Today, RV University's Vice-chancellor in charge, Professor Dwarika Prasad Uniyal, has joined in conversation with the South First. Sir, as an academician, what's your thought on the current education system prevalent today? Sir?
Mixed thoughts. Somebody who has spent almost 3 decades in an academia, I have seen how the scene changed, both from K-12 education as well as undergraduate and the postgraduate and higher education and technical education itself. First and foremost, we have come a long way. We have come an extremely long way in terms of what we are offering, giving more openness in learning, a lot many choices to the students in terms of what is it after 12th they can learn. So in that particular sense, we have really opened up the academic scene and the larger portfolio of subjects and a lot more of liberal artsy approach, not just liberal arts colleges, but a liberal arts approach of picking and choosing what is it that you would want to do. So it's not that stringent and rigid what it used to be 30 years back, that you would do only defense, or you would do only CA, or you would do only medical or engineering. 4 or 5 or 6 dimensions were there. Larger openness of courses was just not there. In that sense, yes, that has happened. At the same time, the involvement of government has happened in terms of opening up more IITs, more IIMs, and more AIMS. But at the same time, since early 2000, we have seen huge investment from the private sector and leading, trust, academic trusts, leading philanthropist contribution. We have seen a lot of businessmen coming into education and putting up large universities. I think that's a very positive trend which has happened, and hence it has created more opportunities to study. Yet at the same time, why I've said mixed, that even after 70 years, 80 years, our gross enrollment ratio is only 27%. Which means 73% or almost 70% of India's youth is not going to college, not taking formal higher education, not getting into skill sets which are needed, not acquiring those skill sets, not getting to the job market with higher skill sets and higher salary levels. So that creates a kind of a lopsided development approach, where at one end we have some elite institutions of higher education. So there are islands of excellence and there is a sea of mediocrity.
So coming to national education policy,
yeah.
Union government rolled out National Education Policy 2020. Do you think that this education policy will change the way the students are taught and subjects are taught and students learn?
It's a really good document and a good strategy intent. It was long pending. The last time the education policy came in 1986, which means like for decades yes. We didn't have an education policy. So in its intent, it's a great document. It's very well thought. I think the team worked very hard. They brought in inputs from all sections of the society, including academics and industry and all that stuff. But it's very hard to implement. Why I'm saying this? Because our infrastructure, our faculty training, as well as the kind of things an NEP proposes, the universities have to spend a lot of money on infra, a lot of money on people to even implement some percentage to it. I'll give an example.
Yes.
NEP says we need to offer major, minor to the students. At RV we are doing it. But if I ask all my deans, it is tough for them to implement. We are doing it. But then a computer science major wants to do a minor in design, a design major wants to do a minor in psychology. We need to create extra classrooms, we have to train an extra set of faculty members, we need to create more timetable. Logistically, it is a lot more challenging to do that. Similarly, national education policy allows entries and exit at multiple levels till the time we reach a stage where the academic bank of credit is set up by all universities. See, we have started accepting students from other universities at a particular level as long as they are fitting in our education parameters. But are other universities open to do that? Can I send another student from here, but the fees, that disparity, the mapping of the courses in that sense, multiple entry exits or seamless transfer to other universities really would be required to have a lot more coordination between institutions. Secondly, I think at a policy level, you need to change that from grade 6 onwards. If we want to create a larger education which is multi-faculty, more open, liberal arts in its approach, we need to change that whole way how our grade 10, 11, 12 are being designed. There's still science, still commerce, still humanities. But that's not how we run in universities. We run universities on domains. We run domains on computer science, we run domains on film and media and design. But where is that getting reflected in our school system? It's not getting reflected in the school system except maybe electives. CBSE allows 60 other electives, but are schools investing money in media elective or design elective or robotics? They're not. Technically it's written in the CBSE website, you can offer these courses, but are schools doing it?
So as you said, there are multiple exit and entry points in the NEP. Do you think that there are allegations that these multiple exit and entry points doesn't ensure jobs for if the student drops? What's your...
See, this is too new and too early
to
do that. Secondly, this word allegation itself is not a positive word. I would say this is more flexibility being offered. I've seen cases where kids have to drop out for multiple reasons, because of health, because of somebody's death in the family, because of financial constraints. But if they drop out, that year is lost. They don't come out with anything. At least in this case, they come out with something. But it will work where over a period of time, with that kind of credit earned with that certificate, later on they can have a seamless lateral entry into the university system. But that works in the US. You've got some credits, after 40 years you can go into the university saying that I want to finish my degree. Do we have that kind of flexibility here? We don't at this point of time. But the multiple entry exit will work only when we have more flexible structures to entry and exit. At the same time, we need to, nationwide we need to create that on cloud, that ABC, the Academic Bank of Credit.
Yes.
That can be pulled out from anywhere and use that.
Sir, in today's world, mental health is a paramount. We have seen several students, taking extreme steps. Recently in Bangalore as well. So, how are we universities tackling this issue? Sir?
No, we are very mindful of this particular issue. This is the reflection of the times we live in. These are comfortable times. See, tough times make people tougher. Easy times, the comfortable times make people weak somewhere. Yet at the same time, with technology, with so much of social media, peer pressure of FOMO, all that leads to a negative effect on the mental health for the students. So we are very mindful of it and we have recognized this. And what we have done is that we have created a full-fledged counseling department.
Oh, nice.
Within RV. Every year we're increasing the number of counselors in this. If needed be, we get some external people to do that. Students have access to our counseling sessions. Our faculty are also trained into identifying certain triggers where they can flag this to the counseling department that certain student might be undergoing certain levels of mental health issues or challenges. Can we support them? Can we help them? That is one part of it. Secondly, I think what is also needed is to not just mental health, but taking them into more physical and mental well-being, right? So rather than seeing this as a challenge, we want to ensure that students have access to sports, they have access to playgrounds, they have access to multiple activities through which their energy is utilized positively. That is one. Secondly, I think if you need to give them more challenges, they develop their resilience. What we need to do as an academic is also provide opportunity for our students to become mentally and physically more resilient.
Sir, coming to the engineering again, it is often said that engineers are not industry ready. They do not have sufficient skills that required for the industry. What's your thoughts on this?
Yes and no. Yes, because a lot of engineering curriculum needs updation. That is one. Secondly, merely updating curriculum will not help them make job ready because the jobs are changing.
Yeah.
Correct? And the swiftness with which the job is changing, the skills are changing versus how it is being brought to the classroom, there is a long gestation period or a lag. That needs to be bridged. It's not like colleges at one level are essentially like the grammar teachers. They teach you good grammar so that you can become a good language person, right? Whether you write poetry or prose or novel or something else is something what industry would want. Industry says, I want a novelist, but we are teaching grammar. Correct? So you need to also bridge that kind of a gap. For that, industry has to come here and tell us what more is needed to make them industry ready. They need to offer electives, courses, and colleges like ours and our sister concern, RV College of Engineering or RVITM, they are working very closely. They are setting up labs here. I think that is needed. The engagement with industry is needed, and hence they need to stop seeing us as a filter or as a place where they just come for good placements. Oh, I will get a good student. Why? Because it's RV or whether it is IIT. No. You have to come to us day one, not day X.
Sir, and what kind of research we need today, sir?
Application research. See, this country really need to first train 70% of the population to become employable. Secondly, research is very much needed because only through research you can create new knowledge rather than saying that okay, we are teaching what the West has given to us. Yet at the same time, both in social sciences, businesses and in technology, I think our research needs to be linked with market. Pure research is fine, but then it gets confined only into a publication which nobody reads. A research focus is needed to make it more application oriented.
Sir, technology is growing rapidly. With AI being the talk of the town, are we utilizing it in day-to-day activities?
We have co-opted it.
Okay.
We don't see the AI as a devil.
Yeah.
But we also realize that AI is as good as what we are. It's not about the answer, no?
Yes.
It's the question.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to ensure that whatever we're doing, and AI comes in a multiple different ways. It's not just a chat GPT or a better search engine like Perplexity. AI is coming in different forms. Are you able to use AI to create better? To solve problems better? That's how it needs to come out. You are using AI to submit your assignment, then you're failed. Or AI is being created to create content, you failed. AI is used to ask questions, you failed. What you need to do, and what we are doing at RV, I think across the board, across different schools, we are co-opting AI, working together. Faculty and student are actually using AI as its slave rather than the master, and to solve problems, to make it a better solution to something you would want otherwise, a much more faster way, efficient way. So AI needs to be incorporated in the learning, incorporated in the way pedagogy needs to be done, in terms of evaluation needs to be done, but rather just looking at it as AI as a necessary devil, I would say AI is a great tool to become efficient.
So tell me something about Minerva, sir.
So Minerva is a metaphor. Minerva is the Roman goddess for knowledge, wisdom and professions. Okay. We have craftily put up RV there because it's an RV center for leadership and executive education. And for many years we had this thought, the management had the thought that we should be engaging with industry beyond just placements. And I do come from executive education background. I've done a lot of executive education. I was the dean of exec-ed at IIM in Kashipur. I set up a Dehradun campus for them. So I've always believed that there is a huge potential in Bangalore. After IIM Bangalore, nobody else does corporate education or corporate training. And of course there is a white space which is needed. And across the segment, so Minerva is a platform which collaborates with multiple partners co-creates and co-delivers programs in executive education, short duration MDPs. It offers programs not just in management but in design, in storytelling, in creative writing, in CSR field, developmental field, evaluation, monitoring and evaluation. So Minerva's activities are multifold. It is also a place where we host poetry sessions, talk shows, book talks, author engagement. So it's a very cultural and intellectual space we have created in heart of Jayanagar, and it's accessible to everybody. It is open for everybody.
So thank you for speaking with us out first.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, and I wish your news portal all the luck, and I hope that you bring truth to the people.
Thank you, sir.